Hello, this is Randy Schooneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is October 16th, 2016, and right now we are looking at the city sewer that runs in the alley between Monroe and Madison. We're going to be taking a look at the main line at 4218 North Madison Street, Spokane, Washington. And we've been out here about 3 times in the last year to 14 months, and thought it'd probably be a prudent idea to get this video inspected, and that's what we're going to do today. I did see a few things when I was pushing out that we'll need to address here on the video, and we'll definitely do that for you. But, excuse me, again, we're at 4218 North Madison Street. I'm out roughly about 85 feet from the cleanout in the basement, and looks like this line was installed back in 1936. Looks to be ceramic tile, and other than a couple of mechanical issues, looks to be in pretty good shape. We've got some HD TV video equipment out here. We're looking at it looks like a concrete sewer, a lot of debris flowing by. Let's see, we'll start pulling back here. Like I mentioned, it's an 85-foot line. I've cabled out here about 105 feet, so I was well into the sewer, and we're going to start pulling back and see what the condition of this line is. I'm going to start pulling back here into the hub. Right here we go to concrete. Looks to be about 4 to 6 inch material. Right here we go right into the ceramic tile. Aspect-wise, the bottom of the camera, or the bottom of the pipe, excuse me, is in the lower left-hand portion of your screen. As we pull back, the bottom of the pipe is always going to be where the light is. Right here we do have a slight separation, probably about an inch or so at the concrete hub going into the sewer. Not enough to be super alarmed about. It looks like it stair steps down. Right here we have another separation where it's a little bit askew. Looks like we have a little crack right there on the left-hand side. This is about a 4-inch line, it looks like, right here, and we're probably losing about an inch and a half to the separation that's there, and then of course we have one right next to it in the concrete hub. We're pulling back here. Here's a little issue of concern. We have a pretty healthy separation and root intrusion here. I shouldn't say a healthy one. It's maybe 3/4 of an inch deep. I've got about an 1.25 inch camera lens out there right now. A little spot for waste and water to accumulate. This is 80 feet right here. We have another pretty healthy belly. What's happened here is the line is either separated or it's settled, giving us an issue where the water has to drain uphill in order to hit the sewer. And what happens here is, like I mentioned, I've got about an 1.5 inch camera lens, about 1.25 inches. I'm completely submerged right here. You can see as the water level at the upper left-hand corner as I pull back obscures my camera lens. What happens here is when you flush the toilets, run any drains, all the solids that are in the what's draining out will accumulate in this area. The water will drain out right here, and unfortunately it leaves the solids behind, giving you quite a bit of area for a backup as those solidify over time. Again, with the depth of the water, we don't know how deep this actually is. Looks like let me go back here a little bit. Looks like we start right here at roughly 80 feet. And come out right here at about 77 feet. So we've got about a 3-foot section of settlement. I had not a huge issue getting through this, but we still have, this looks like we do have a big separation right here where roots have come in around the separation where it's settled there. And then we begin pulling back. All this looks pretty darn good. Right here we have what's left of a root intrusion. I've worked the heck out of this line with my cable and bit. And overall this looks really good right here. We've got good grade. very minor separation there, nothing to get super worried about. Aspect-wise, the bottom of the pipe has shifted to the lower left-hand portion of the screen. We'll see that aspect change as we pull back and go through various elbows here. The wisps that you see going through the line is just methane gas or sewer gas from the sewer line out in the street, or in the alley in this case. Here we have another pretty good sized belly. This is at, we just passed the 70-foot mark. We're sitting at about 68 feet right here, almost obscuring the camera lens, and then we're out of it here about 4 feet later. So that's a little issue right there for the same reasons that I described earlier. Very minor separation there. Here we've got a pretty healthy root intrusion. Looking at the top of the screen, it looks like you're missing a chunk of pipe right here. This is at about 63 feet. We are pulling back. We're at 60 feet right here. Bottom of the pipe is shifted now to the upper right-hand corner of your screen as we pull through these elbows. This all looks very, very normal for a pipe this age. A little bit of a separation here with what's left of a root intrusion. Looks like we have another belly here. This begins at about the 57-foot mark. Bottom of the pipe now at the top of the screen. Upper right-hand corner, actually left-hand corner, excuse me. And yeah, this is a fairly long one. We're out of the belly here at about 51 feet. Right here we've got a very healthy root intrusion. This is after cabling the heck out of it. With some of the separations in here, I'm a little reluctant to go in with a bigger blade. I might cause additional damage to an already compromised line. Coming up on 40 feet here fairly quickly. Normal looking seam with normal looking roots right there. Here we have an additional little area where we're starting a belly here where it's fairly flat from about 45.5 feet. To 43 feet. Now this area right here is a little troublesome. From the length of this thing and the size of it, I don't know what is going on up above. I suspect the pipe itself is manufactured in 3-foot sections. We have a seam right here, and right here is our next seam. And we actually have roots coming in from the top of the pipe in the middle of it where there should be nothing. So that's a little disturbing here. This is what it looks like after we clean a line with normal roots at a hub section. This is at 40 feet right here. Continuing to pull back. Here we have another separation, very minor one, with a little bit of water settlement right there. This is a fairly... Oh, that one... Okay, it looks like this is loose and will flush out. In fact, I'm going to pull back here a little bit to where it was originally. There we go. This is, here's our seam right here. We've got a pretty healthy root ball hanging through there. Another one here at this seam, a little remnant one. There we go. Let me clean my lens a little bit. And you can see here this water sitting here should not be here, so this is an area where we have a very flat section of pipe. Yeah, that whole section right there, that 3-foot section from this seam to this seam is very flat. Coming back to another hub with some remnant roots. Okay, we're coming up on 30 feet here very quickly. Remnant root intrusion there at the 30-foot mark. A little bit of a leftover root intrusion here at about 28 feet. Another little hang on here at about 25 feet. Bottom of the pipe is in the lower left-hand corner here. Still pulling back. Coming up on 20 feet here very rapidly. Another little area of pipe settlement. You can tell by the standing water here on the left-hand side. Again, this is from about 21 feet. Little root intrusion here. And right here at about 18 feet we start coming out of it. Bear with me just a second while I grab some more paper towels here. Some torn out roots here that we've gotten rid of. A few little remnant ones here. This is an area that looks like, judging, the bottom of the pipe again here is on the right-hand portion, or left-hand portion of the screen, sorry. Looks pretty normal, a little bit of settlement, but we have quite a bit of roots that are coming through the top. Could possibly be a crack or a breakage there. Here's another little section here at about 13 feet where we've gone through it, but there's still a few remaining. Same thing here. And here as well, another little, pretty healthy little separation there, and some remnant roots. We just passed the 10-foot mark a little bit ago, and you should start hitting iron pipe as we go into the house. Here's where we come into the house. Right here you can see a color difference in the pipe. Aspect-wise, the bottom of the pipe now is in the upper right-hand corner, indicated by the light. Right here we transfer into iron, so we're within probably about 5 feet of the foundation wall. Pretty good little root intrusion there that we've managed to penetrate. Pulling back into the house now. This is a little spot, looks like right here, I'm guessing on the left-hand portion of the screen is probably where the downstairs bathroom was plumbed in. This is a newer ABS material. Right here at the irons where they cut it, put that in so they could put a bathroom in here for you. Now we're back into iron. Looks like somebody's leftover bubble gum right there. And we're starting to come out the clean out that we're working through in the laundry room. And let me wipe this lens off so we get a little bit better view. This is where we're at right here in the downstairs laundry room next to the bathroom. Again, this is Randy Schooneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is October 16th, 2016, and that will conclude the video inspection for, double check here, .4218 North Madison Street in Spokane, Washington. Thank you again for choosing Bulldog Rooter.